On to round 7 of the championship then, and to New Zealand. This was the rally that Colin McRae had won in 1993, becoming the first British driver to win a World Championship event for 17 years. Juha Kankkunen was second fastest in the early stages in his Toyota Celica, but once again it was Colin McRae setting the early pace. It'd been a very difficult 12 months since that first win the year previously, and for Colin McRae he really desperately needed a good result on this occasion. Nicky, who became a father for the second time just on the eve of the start of the rally, was lying well up in the Escort Cosworth. And Armin Schwartz was back on the World Championship trail once again for Mitsubishi. Didier Auriol trying hard but unable to catch Colin McRae. He was trying that hard that he actually fell off the road on 2 separate occasions before deciding to try and take things a little bit more carefully. And meanwhile, Juha Kankkunen lost his second position with a spin, which normally wouldn't have been a problem, but problems with the traction control fitted to the Toyota Celica meant that he couldn't spin it back again as cleanly as he would have wanted, and that cost him too much time. Carlos Sainz shared the lead after 4 stages, but his engine blew on the 5th special stage, so Carlos Sainz's rally definitely over, and with Didier Auriol going so well near the front, it didn't look too good for Sainz in the championship. Mickey Biasion running in 6th position, but he would go out on the second day, and Armin Schwartz up into 3rd place overall. Problems for Didier Auriol in that chase of Colin McRae. Transmission problems meant that he was down to just 2-wheel drive for 4 stages, and that lost him some 6 minutes, pushed him down to 5th position. Disappointment for him when he thought that he would really be able to take a march over Carlos Sainz, the man out of the rally already. Ari Vatanen up into 4th place. He lost his power steering on the longest stage of the event at Motu, and found that physically very demanding indeed, but nevertheless still going at this point, as was the British driver Richard Burns, competing in this rally as the second round of the Asia Pacific Series, which he was competing in all year long. Problems for Jesus Puras, though, the man who was one of the front runners in Group N over the course of the year, off on the 6th special stage, and then disaster also for British driver Richard Burns, who crashed on day 2.
The back wheel just got out of the ruts where the grip is onto the loose stuff. It's about 5th gear coming down the hill here. It dropped into a ditch on the right, flicked it over to the left, and hit a rock fairly well, hard enough to break all the rear suspension and throw us into the ditch here.
Great shame for Richard Burns, putting him out of the rally. But as we moved on through the event, it was Colin McRae in the Group A version of the Subaru Impreza who was still dominating proceedings, taking fastest time after fastest time and really making it all look very, very easy. He started the final day with a 2-minute lead with just 5 stages to go, and certainly the pressure on him not to make a mistake. Mistakes have been all too frequent in Colin McRae's career, but he was to make none on this occasion. He would come through to take his second World Championship win. Juha Kankkunen not pushing quite so hard, now in 2nd place. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to challenge Colin McRae for the overall lead of the rally, so he was going to settle for the 15 points for 2nd position. Armin Schwartz was able to get a good result in the Mitsubishi by coming home in 3rd place, and indeed he was setting some of the fastest stage times later on in the event. Perhaps due a little bit to Colin McRae taking things a little more easy. Nevertheless, good performance from Mitsubishi and from Armin Schwartz. For Ari Vatanen, though, not quite so much luck. On the final day, things went wrong for the popular Finn. A big accident and out of the rally. Co-driver Fabrizio Pons on the radio, back to base.
I made a mistake on notes. I changed the note from last year just to keep on the right hand side of the corner and to go straight on, but in fact I should have kept it that you have to actually turn right over, so I came straight into this hump, so it was my mistake making notes to make it too straight. In fact there is clearly a right hand corner which took me completely in the wrong place, and then I went a straight line.
Rothmans was devastated by that mistake in the works forward, an opportunity that he really did not want to throw away. Fellow competitors driving past, checking to see that the crew was okay, thumbs up being given, and they were able to continue on through. Armin Schwartz still continuing his excellent run in third place, and some valuable points for Mitsubishi and for himself. After his problems earlier on in the event, when he only had two-wheel drive for such a long time, Didier Auriol still holding on to 5th place. Nevertheless, still some very useful points, 8 points for that 5th position, all important in a very close championship battle. So the results of the Rally of New Zealand, McRae taking his 2nd World Championship win and Kankkunen up into 2nd place. In the championship, it meant that Didier Auriol had a 3-point lead now over Carlos Sainz, with Kankkunen on the same number of points as Sainz. Things getting very, very close at the top of the tree. In the manufacturer's title race, Toyota still leading from Subaru. We'll have more rally action in just a moment.